All right, April is National Letter Writing Month. I'm not sure if you know that, but fourth graders, words are really important, and especially during a time like this, writing letters to people can be a great way for us to show gratitude, which is showing that we appreciate people. So I want you to think about somebody in our community, so a nurse or a fireman or a doctor, a postal worker, somebody who you could write a letter to. And I'm going to teach you the steps of how to write a letter. So typically we put the date on top. So today I'm writing this on April 13. That just helps the reader know when you sent it. Okay, so we're going to have our date. Then we're going to write dear. I would leave a space. If you're doing this on a blank piece of paper, you can just leave a little space. Otherwise, you can skip a line. Dear. You don't need to draw a line. I'm just showing you. Dear, whoever it is. If you don't know their name, that's okay. You could just go, dear postal worker, or dear doctor, or dear nurse. It doesn't matter. You don't have to be a specific name. Okay? Then the big part of the letter that we want to pay the most attention to is called the body of the letter. And the body of the letter is where you're going to talk to that person. So maybe you're going to ask them a question. How are you doing? I'm so thankful. I'm so thankful for all that you do. I'm thinking of you. I'm praying for you. Thank you for serving our community. Things, you can use paragraphs, so I could end that paragraph and have a new paragraph. At the end, we want to have a closing, so I could write all the best, comma, and my name. Or you could write sincerely, or best, or blessings. There's different ways that you can close your letter. So this should be kind of how the letter looks. The body is the biggest chunk. We have our date, dear, and then the end date. Then you can fold your letter up and you can put it in an envelope. You could also write a letter in the form of a card. So I made a card, and I'm actually going to write a letter to a doctor that I know from my church. And I'm going to write, Dear Jess, thank you so much for all of your work. I'm not going to write the whole letter for you. I could also put the date so she knows when I did this. I'm just going to put the date up here. Okay. And then I'm going to put my card in an envelope. So I have an envelope from school. So school's address is in the corner. That's where it's coming from. So instead of Brookfield Christian School, you'll put your name, your address, okay, so that they know where to send it. So this, you would have 3 lines: your name, your address, and then your city and your zip code. Okay, and have your parents help with you. In the middle is where who you're going to be sending it to. So their name, their address, their city and their state zip code, and then a stamp in the corner. So the postal worker. If you're not sure exactly where to send it to, you can have your parents help you look up the address. But I want you to practice your writing skills, thinking thoughtfully, and showing gratitude today for someone in your community, and you'll be sending letters throughout the rest of this week.